Undernight In vs RRLAT4.
All right. I suppose that means that we're good to start from what I'm seeing. I'm gonna load this up on my phone real quick just so I can make sure everything's going right on my end, but it looks all right. All right. Hello everybody out there. My name's teapartycthulu. I'm here with Undernight In EXE latest. This is a fighting game by French Bread. It came out a while ago, actually. Eunice is a 2015 game. The original game was 2012. French Bread is a storied company in the fighting game scene, mostly known for the Melty Blood series. This was kind of their spiritual successor to it in the arcades, first in 2012. It's had a storied history, especially recently, because it's grown in popularity a lot. Most notably, it was shown off in the EVO 2019 main stage when we had over 1,000 entrant tournament. It was like the 5th biggest game of that EVO. But as you can see, it's standard French Bread fare, beautiful sprite work, great music. But let's go ahead and hop into the run. So what we're going to be doing this time is there are combo missions for every single character. And for these combo missions, every single character has a bunch of them of all varying difficulties. For all 20 characters as of this version, the newest version of the game adds one more character. We're not running the newest version of the game. It also changes a bunch of stuff. I happen to have a backup from when I had this game of the older version, so we're going to be running these because this is the one that I'm familiar with. So I think it makes sense that we should just go ahead and hop in and go ahead and get started. So countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so as you can see, all the combo missions are going to start out really easy. We're starting out with Phonon. Phonon kind of an archetypal like zoner in the game. She uses a lot of her long range to kind of just control the pace of the match. I do happen to have a backup. I did make a backup once I knew that we couldn't downgrade. When you mess up the combo, restart until you get it. We're gonna be doing a lot of freaking combos in this game. Luckily, actually most of the combos in this game are not that hard. Like, a lot of the characters are really easy. There's gonna be a few like more technical characters in the run, but even they're not too bad. They're more what I like to call puzzle execution instead of actual hard execution, where the skill is not in like actually executing. You have to know how to execute. But we won't get to those until at least the 3rd character in the run. Oops, I forgot to bind my buttons. I have a little fancy input viewer on screen just for you guys. You wouldn't know that I messed up right there because it doesn't show when I'm using macros in the game. As you can see, I bound some of them. So here's the real meat and bread of this category, the expert level combos. Actually, they're called veteran in this game. This is where like you're gonna get the hardest level to confirm. Which Phonon, it isn't too bad. I think this will drop. This combo will actually drop if you get more than exactly one hit on that B plus C move. I'm gonna be calling that force function because that's the in-game name. It might be, you know, a little fancy jargon, but I've played this game for so long that I can't think of it as anything else. There we go. That's one that can be a little more problematic than the other ones early on. But other than that, it's mostly just a pure execution run. There are like a few actually neat strats for some of them that we're gonna be doing, or like just some neat time savers. Like where you can skip certain parts, kind of shortcut certain parts. I would, you know, speedrunning to get like a purple square on netplay would be interesting if you could find anybody on netplay nowadays, but given this game's netcode, not the best circumstance. We also wouldn't be running ST for that, we'd be running the newest version, which is Uniclear. I love Phonon's theme a lot. You're gonna hear all the character themes in this run, because they'll come up as we're playing that certain character, and Phonon's is actually one of my favorites. So, this category is not, like, actually real. Like, it's not a real thing that people run in this game. I'm pretty sure I'm actually the only person who has ever completed all those trials in a single segment. But, I started doing this basically out of complete boredom, one day. It was after I had actually finished all the missions casually. I was like, oh, I wonder how fast I could do them now. And the first time that I ever tried to do these was right before AGDQ 2020. And then I had the great idea while I was at AGDQ to try and do more of these. Oh, by the way, neat input trick coming up. Okay, we missed it. But you see that IC next to B plus C at the bottom there? The IC means increase, which means we're gonna hold the button. The problem for this is you might think that you have to hold both the buttons, which can make doing the link to the next button pretty hard, because you have to like release it really fast and then press it again. But for B plus C input, you actually only need to hold one of the buttons. So we're gonna tap B plus C, then hold B, and we'll get the increase input out. And it's way easier this way. So that makes it super easy. So then we have these. That was all the veteran missions done for Phono, by the way. So now we have all the tactics ones, which give you like a basic sentiment of how to play the character. We don't have negative edge yet. There are a bunch of negative edge characters. In fact, my main character that I play in this game is a negative edge character. And we're gonna use like creative resets to save a bit of time. So there's the first character done, Phonon. Phonon's one of the easier ones in the route though. Not to say some of the parts can actually be really tricky for whatever reason. I guess it's just because I don't practice Nanase as much for when I was doing this run. But her stuff isn't too bad. So yeah, I started running this out of complete boredom, and then I had the amazing idea of, hey, I'm gonna keep doing this all throughout like GDQ for some reason when I was there. I was gonna try and finish my first single segment run because I'd done all the segments there. And then I got walled on Mika for like an hour. So also neat input trick here. Phonon has a lot of command normals, which are normals, are buttons where we have to hold a direction as well, so you see like down C right there. The problem is Nanase also has, you need to hold down C without pressing any directions. And if you do press a direction, you're going to get one of those command normals, which will obviously mess things up. Luckily, we can actually avoid that if we hold diagonal. So we can jump immediately and still get the normal up. Yeah, I got stuck on Mika. There's one specific Mika combo that's actually really problematic in this route, but I have strats for it now. We're almost at the end of Nanase 3X combos. As in, we're there right now. Yeah, Route Roy, you could technically go in any order. Like, you go like, oh, this is the hardest one for me, but like, this isn't like a legit category, so I just go in order on the character select. I'm pretty well versed in every single character in this game anyway. There's probably only one non-essay mission that could be potentially problematic. Okay, I should also note, this category is extremely awkward for me to run, because, due to, like, hand problems, and, like, chronic illnesses related to that, I have to use analog sticks to play games, including fighting games, and, that gets really awkward in this game, because this game's, diagonal detection is a little odd sometimes. It just doesn't really work half the time on analog. So I am like constantly switching back and forth in between analog and D-pad. I really wish that like people could see it, because it's kind of astounding to watch sometimes. That can pose a lot of problems where like you'll just miss certain things because like, oh, the game didn't read your diagonal. Or sometimes I do an input like well, like, this game is odd, where, unlike a lot of other fighting games, it requires a diagonal for a lot of inputs, so if you're doing a quarter circle forward, you can't just do down and forward. You have to do the diagonal as well. So that can cause a lot of problems, where, like, maybe I'll do the input, like, literally too fast. Like, I've done the input faster than 1 frame. Okay, screw it, I'm matching that. I don't usually match stuff like that, but captured games through OBS does introduce a little bit of lag. So I'm just gonna have to match stuff like that. Yeah, because this is not a really great non-essay segment to start off with. But it's okay, we basically have a 100% chance of beating my PB, because well, my actual recorded PB is 3:52, which is why I made this estimate 4 hours, because that's when I submitted this. And then I decided to practice a lot of the segments when this marathon was coming up. And then I was like, okay, I practiced enough of the segments. Let's just do a random practice run. And I accidentally got an hour-and-a-half PB. But I'm going to use the excuse that that's not recorded, so that run technically doesn't exist. So this is technically going to be my recorded PB, probably. Unless we somehow don't beat 352, in which case I'll probably uninstall the game and burn my hard drive. The diagonal detection gets really weird when you have to do that super, the half circle forward speed, aka infinite worth, as I'll probably be calling it. Oh, neat strat right there. To make that more consistent, we actually walk backwards for like 1 frame. Yes, I've played this game competitively for a few years. I actually like trying to rat out the tactics parts to like go as fast as possible. I always thought that that was really fun to me. That one's always a little awkward. I always thought that these were neat to try and rat out and like literally go as fast as possible. Oh, this is also technically, I guess, a little skip on the invulnerability part ones. You're supposed to wait until hide attacks, and there is a little gap in between. And you're supposed to use it there, but you can just use it immediately if you time it really well. So we're on to our first, like, scary technical character of the run, which is Seth. Seth is extremely fast ninja-type character. He's known for being quite technical. I don't really think so. Like, I guess he's kind of more technical than most of the characters, but, like, I don't think it's really that hard. It's going to be a little awkward, considering capturing through OBS is going to input a little bit of lag. Oops. You can actually influence which directions the teleports go after it. No, I'm like so experienced with Seth now that like it doesn't really matter to me. Actually, in practicing this run, it was actually this morning I officially subbed 5 minutes on each individual split in the game for like each character, and surprisingly Seth was not the last one. I think Seth was actually the first one out of the like scary technical characters that it happened with. The last one was actually Hyde, I think. It was supposed to be like one of the easier characters, but he can be problematic at times. Oh, here's like the first almost legit Seth combo. But the way they have you do this is really awkward. Because you almost never launch that low. It's like so awkward to do. We're gonna do that specific link a lot later. No, we're not getting the pains done first. We're literally just going in character select order. If I were to get the actual pains done first, I probably would have done Hyde first. Because I always end up choking on Hyde for some reason. So we're gonna cheat a little bit here. The combos that you can do mid-screen, you can also do in the corner, and the game won't have any problem with it. It just makes sets a little bit more consistent, because one of the specific links is way easier in the corner, which is doing that J forward C link. It's definitely a little awkward having to introduce a little bit of lag due to OBS. But normally, Seth is not a pain at all. Seth is actually probably one of my more consistent segments. But this is an awful Seth so far. Especially when I can't input J6C for some reason. Okay, also, since I know this is going to happen, since I'm not going to be thinking about how to say buttons during this run, I'm going to teach everybody how to play an anime fighter right now. You want to learn how we notate buttons? If you have a keypad down on your keyboard, which I surely hope that you do, look down on your keypad, and that's how we notate which directions. If you're holding forward, we say you're holding 6. If you're holding down, it's 2. So now you combine those, and that's how we notate buttons. So congratulations, everybody in the chat, you now know how to play an anime fighter. I don't know how I'm so bad at inputting this today. I was so good at Seth like an hour ago. Seth is like so messed up in this version. This is the older version, so this is before a lot of balance changes of the newest one, and Seth was a monster in this version. He's still a monster, but like less so. There we go. This is such a horrible Seth. You can also cheat, and you can do the combos from either side. So for this one, starting on P2 side is more comfortable for me, so I do it that way. Oops. That's weird, and I can like... This game definitely gets a little weird when the frame rate gets a little low, which happens to me because I'm trying to capture this game and I have the worst computer of all time. It's not like I own a PS4, so I can't like play it on that. Okay, I was happy to get to that one. This one can definitely be problematic. This is one that we can't cheat at all on. Yeah, Seth is basically learning how to do that weird J6C Link. And then once you have that, you could basically do a lot of his combos. So everybody, if you want to learn how to play Seth, just go learn how to do that Link, and you can basically do most of his well, you can do most of his combos in this version, not the newest version. I'll be honest, even I can't do those yet. Okay, this is one I'm absolutely going to shoot near the corner, because this one is like actually kind of tricky sometimes. So sadly, in just doing the combo missions, we won't get to see the actual like mechanics of this game, which we will get to see whenever you see me. It'll say on there, it'll say like CS, I think, which is called a chain shift. It's when I flash blue and like you see my character pause and the game pause a little bit, which is part of the main game's mechanics. I highly recommend, if this game does look interesting, you read up on the mechanics, because this game is like one of the most mechanically interesting fighters out there. But for now, in this route, we're just going to use it as a combo tool. We're almost through Seth. Which, this has been an awful set so far. I haven't actually had live split open myself, so I haven't been keeping track, like, exactly. But it's okay, there's literally a 100% chance that we beat not RPB, my PB. Unless every single person in the chat also ran this category. Which would be kind of impressive, considering I'm pretty sure I'm literally the only person that has ever done this in one segment. Oh, oops. I want to do this from this side. Yeah, now we're getting to like all the meter dump combos, so we're getting close to the end. I think we have 4 more. You could very easily use these combos in a real match. Uni is really good about giving you like actually good combos. Way more in the newest version. Okay, that one can trip you up for a while. So I'm very happy that that was very bad. That's one of the few links in this. Okay, that was weird. That's one of the few links in the entire game you will see me mash. Yeah, we're getting like the real meter dump combos. So this is the last Seth combo. I should note, I don't even play Seth. I actually hate playing Seth. I want to know what fighting game doesn't teach you viable combos, because every single one that I play, which I'm mostly an anime player, all their combos are pretty viable, especially Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue is really good about that too. And like SF5 does. Okay, can I input this Samantha really fast? I can. I used to be a grappler player. I know I can input that fast. Alright, there's Seth done. That was pretty terrible, Seth, but... now we get on to Waldstein. I used to play this character, so... I'm pretty well accustomed to Wald. He's also one of the more simpler characters, if I can read. He's the typical grappler of the game. He actually is a pretty atypical grappler, though, for most games. But he's your standard grappler in that he has 360 inputs and command throws. He's also one of only 2 characters in the entire game that has a charge motion, which I think is weird. But we have to hold the first direction, the charge motion, then tap the other one. Oh yeah, you'll see me insert random dashes into places, mostly just so I don't get bored playing Wald. I'm sorry, Wald. I used to play Wald. I promise I like Wald. No, that's weird. That was supposed to count as 720. The game shows you a little extra thing if you actually get 720 input and you get more damage for it. Oops. I accidentally tapped the shoulder button on my controller. Oh yeah, I should note I am playing on a pad because I don't play on stick. It's not even like, oh, I can't afford a stick. I've tried playing on stick before. I actually prefer pad, which is funny because my friends always tell me that I play like the complicated hard characters in every game, but I just play on pad anyway. I play on pad with default binds, by the way, which is like crazy to some people, I guess. Here we go to like actual well combos, fun ones. Oh, oops. I'm gonna guess I did the input too fast and it didn't count. Again, with this game's somewhat weird analog detection. There's actually some points later in the run I will probably... There's one character in particular I'll probably switch to almost entirely D-pad for because of that. Because there's one specifically very tight half circle that I'll have to input. Okay, also we see on this combo, we've seen this on a few other characters, this 1A miss. Uni uses a unique system called Passing Link. Well, it's not really unique, but it's a system called Passing Link where in most fighting games you can, well, most anime fighters, you can only transition from buttons of lower power to higher one, but in Uni you can actually go in order of pretty much any button at all. See, I wouldn't know because I don't really play SF5 or Tekken. Oh, oops. This combo can be awkward sometimes. Okay, we're almost at the end of it also. And then we get to a somewhat problematic character. The first, like, actually problematic character. There's so many, like, mechanics in this game that I wish I could explain, but we won't get to experience any of them because we're not actually playing the game. We did get one of the cooler combos right here with Wald off of Vorpal State Rock Hit, which is like always been cool to me. See, I'm also really good at Blaze Blue missions, apparently, my friends have told me. Because I have done, like, I think my current count on CF's mission mode is, like, 93%. Which my friends tell me is apparently ridiculous. But I don't find a lot of the characters in that game that hard. Good old slow wall. We actually have to assault in. Oh yeah, the Blaze Blue does have a really neat system where it gives you like a little ding noise in actual combo missions. Okay. And this will be it for Wald. Now we get on to a surprisingly problematic character, the main character of the game, Hyde. Hyde's been better for me lately. I sure hope there is. There's one combo in particular that I'm kind of worried about. But other than that, Hyde's just actually surprisingly... Some of these are surprisingly tough in general. There's also the fact that I don't play Hyde ever because I don't like Hyde. I don't like playing as Hyde. I like Hyde in the story. Uni actually has a full-fledged story mode as well, like a full visual novel story. It's actually pretty good. I haven't gotten through the new games content yet, but I have gone through all of them as of SC, and it's actually a pretty decent story. Here's a sneak preview for Problematic Combo, that throw combo. We'll see plenty more of that. We'll also see plenty more of that later. Oops. There we go. So that's it for Hyde 3X. Now we get on the legit Hyde combo. By the way, I love Hyde's theme. Hyde's theme is probably actually my favorite theme in the game. Alright, here we go. Here's problematic time. Hyde 4-3 throw combo. This has walled me a lot before. Oops, that was almost it. Okay, that was really good, actually. That has walled me for like 10 minutes before. I actually wouldn't call Hyde the Ryu of Eunice. There's like actual Shoto characters in this game. Like Akatsuki is definitely more of a true Shoto. I don't know who I would compare Hyde to, but like, he has some... I respect Hyde players a little bit more, because he actually has some surprisingly technical stuff. But he is a Ryu in the sense that he's the protagonist. At least one of the protagonists. Yeah, Hyde has like a bunch of awkward delays right there. Which I know actually turn a lot of people off from learning Hyde. But they're not as bad as they look. Okay, this combo can be randomly problematic for me. Okay, that was actually really solid. The problem is that you also have to delay that little ender, and it can be really weird how you have to delay. Oh, oops. This one can be awkward. This one's also bad to miss because you have to wait for Hyde to sit back and jump every time. Oops. Okay, that was good. Hyde, one of the few characters I can actually combo off with super. I believe one of, well, normally one of two? And, with some more creative uses of some route, thanks to Combo Oji-san and his amazing combo videos for this game on YouTube. There are actually plenty of more characters I can. We haven't even gotten to the character that I play yet, who surprisingly, even though I play him, is like one of the most problematic characters in the entire route. Okay, that one can be really awkward for no reason. God, I love Hyde's theme so much. Raito's work in this game is like so fantastic. A lot of people like praise Raito for Melty Blood, but like this soundtrack is just so good too. I don't know how that didn't get in this, by the way. That was classic uni diagonal input eating. Okay, this is a pretty good Hyde segment in general. If I could do this. Because we just have 2 more. I don't know how that did get it though. So also a little neat input trick at the end of this combo. You see where it says dash into jumping corner circle forward. The trick is you can actually dash and stop, which I think a lot of people don't try and do. They think that that combo is actually a lot harder than it is. Now we're just on our tactics missions. I always like these because it's always like a fun little input test of can you get it just right. Alright, there's Hyde done. That was an okay Hyde. Now we're on to basically the other protagonist of the game, Line. Who, it's kind of a joke in the community that she's basically Akuma, but, you know, that's actually not a bad assessment. Also has an amazing theme. Some people may know this if they've seen my other speedruns of games at some marathons, specifically Cali's-on. I've actually dressed up as Line for Halloween the past 2 years. Okay, I don't know how I'm missing this ring. It is slightly harder than the actual, like, expert level one. Yeah, also sometimes on Line combos like this, you can like almost randomly side swap. And it's really tricky because you basically have to just know if you're going to. I know there's probably some tell if you could, but I usually don't know. I'm gonna get on the actual Line combos. See, like there, like I had no idea that was gonna side swap. I just had to react. This is one of the other few links in the game you'll ever see me mash, just because I don't want to bother having to input it. I hate this character, by the way. From a gameplay perspective, I pretty much like every single character in the game, like from a story perspective. Okay, I was lucky that didn't side swap. I thought it was going to. Okay. The timing for this is like so awkward to me. I used to be just fine with it. I'm like not anymore. love mashing that. It's so satisfying. Okay, I'm happy I got past that one. That one can be like randomly just weird for me. But overall, Line is actually like an incredibly easy character in the route. One of the easiest ones. Oh, here we go, Mujin starter. I used to not understand how to do this one at all before. I want to say that I have a slightly better grasp on it now. It requires some pretty tight timing in order to get that dive kick in. Okay, I'm really happy I got past that one. Oh, now comes the segment where I randomly miss this 2C like 5 times in a row. That always happened during practice. And this is the last Line combo. I used to suck at that one before. I used to never input the air fireball fast enough. Oh, that was a good reset. That was like the exact frame I needed it. Okay, good, I got that input. Alright, now we're on to the character that I actually play in this game, Carmine. Who is surprisingly one of the most problematic characters in the whole route, just because, in my opinion, he is definitely the most technical character in the game. As somebody who plays all the technical characters in this game. It doesn't help that he's also incredibly awkward. But it won't get actually bad until the 4X combos. There's like 2 in particular that can definitely wall for a few minutes. Alright, there's the 3X's done. There's the combo starting with the button that nobody actually presses. Carmine 2A is the worst button ever. And I hate that they have their combos actually start with it, because it makes me mad. Because this button is so awful. Oh yeah, also to note, something that's nice in Uni that saves your hands. There's actually a macro for dash in the game. If you press forward A and B, you'll actually dash. You can't use it technically during every combo. Some of them would be like impossible with it. Oh, by the way, here's how Carmine actually plays. Trap-based gameplay. We won't be seeing any of that. We will be seeing one neat combo that uses that, but that's it. Oops. Okay, I don't even know how that happened. Okay, how did that happen twice in a row? Oh, oops. Not this one. I was 2 combos too early. I've had to practice Carmine so much, I have like the combo route memorized. This is the one I was thinking of. By the way, yeah, those combos look really cool. And they're always a lot harder than they appear. Luckily on... Okay, here we go. This is the one that could wall you for a long time. This is a really tight 1 frame length. Okay, I actually got the length the first try, but I didn't get the rest. Okay, that was really good. Linking that 5C in the middle of that combo is actually a 1 frame length. So here's the cool combo I was talking about earlier that shows off the trap-based mechanics. You can actually switch which button Carmine's trap is held to, the B one, between B and C. I don't know how I'm missing this so much, by the way, because like, this is standard Carmine combo play. There we go. Okay, this is another problematic one. I was literally one of the people that wrote the Carmine combo doc for the Discord, the Undernight Discord, and I still don't understand how, like, any of the anti-air combos work. But this one, like, I legitimately don't even understand how it works. You have to get the spacing just right. Okay, that was really fast, actually. Okay, this is actually a fantastic Carmine so far. I'm doing this way too early because I'm being really dumb. Oh, here you go. This is a really cool command throw that was heavily buffed in the new version. Alright, we're almost done with Carmine. Which is a weight off my shoulders. Despite playing this character, he's one of the most problematic ones in the whole route. Oh, by the way, this combo doesn't work in the newest version. Because if you hit them with that veil off now, they will fall out. Alright, here's the last Carmine combo. Well, the spacing on the anti-air combo is not even consistent. I think it depends on the exact frame you do the first jump sequence. Because, like, it's not even dependent on how far you dash in the exact frame that you dash. Because you can do that exactly the same, and you'll still get different results. Oh yeah, by the way, trying to do this latter part is pretty hard. Alright, there's Carmine done. Now we're on to the one of the other, scary technical characters. Not really, I think this character is actually incredibly easy. It's Yuzuriha, Yuzu for short. Yuzu uses a weird stance system with her buttons. She needs to hold buttons down to remain in a stance, and then use that, and she uses that in all of her combos in her neutral play. I do like Yuzu's theme a lot. Yuzu's theme is good. Walk Like a Blossoming Lily, I believe is its actual name. It's nice to hear after going through Carmine's theme, which is admittedly not very good. This can get problematic sometimes though, because Yuzu seems to have the biggest problems with me of, oh, didn't want to input the diagonal. Oh, oops, I tried to do the actual optimal version. Yeah, the red button is the one currently being held. If you're doing the combos without holding one, it'll default to D stance. Yuzu will be unique in this route though, because she is one of the only two characters in the entire game we're actually going to use a pause buffer on one combo for. And not because it's a hard combo, it's because there's something incredibly stupid about it for no reason. And I can't discern why. Yuzu is also one of the few characters in the game that can combo off her throw, which is not fun. Okay, thanks, game. Yeah, I'm getting real bad K, no diagonal problems. It always seems to happen on Yuzu for some reason. Now I have to like actively try and do these inputs slower. Okay, here. Remember this Yuzu corner B&B. Because you will see it later in a much dumber form. We also do it off the row, by the way. Yuzu's like my designated secondary character for no reason. Because I think this character is incredibly stupid, but she's kind of fun to play. Yeah, remember that timing that I did that last link, by the way, because that will come into play later. It will come into play after this combo. In a really stupid way. Okay, this combo is exactly the same as the corner B&B, except we dump meter at the end. Except for some reason, the link into the dash B is way tighter on this one, for absolutely no reason. So we're actually going to use a pause buffer on it. I was one frame too late right there. This will be one of two combos in the entire game that I will probably use this pause buffer for. There is one other one that I could. And this is a true pause buffer because you can actually buffer inputs during the unpause. Oops. Okay, that means I was one frame too early. Yeah, that was too late. I don't know how I'm getting too late on this, by the way. I don't know how I didn't get a stance cancel on that either. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we actually well, I say we as if anybody else actually does this, but I use the pause buffer for that. Just because it's tighter than the other one for legitimately no reason. By the way, Yuzu's infinite worth hitbox, that last super, is incredibly huge. Okay, there's all the Yuzu combos done. I got kind of walled on the other one, but other than that, it was actually incredibly good. Okay, that's kind of tricky to input, actually. Oh, this is the only combo in the game where you actually have to wait for that. Oh, by the way, I hate that button. Yuzu actually has a parry off of that, and it is insanely good. Alright, that's Yuzu done. Now we're on to Byakuya, who a lot of people find a really tricky character to play, and a lot of the combos really tricky on. And to be honest, I actually can't figure out why. Although he will feature some of the only other combos that I will match Link on. Oh, okay, I actually didn't know that didn't work. I keep trying to like find funny input shortcuts to speed stuff up like that, but... Oh, by the way, Byakuya's theme is amazing. Byakuya's theme is most people's favorite. Okay, that's awkward after getting used to more optimal combos. That's something weird that I always found is, it's like, doing the easier combos is actually hard just because I'm so used to doing the optimal ones. I almost went straight to the corner web setup off of that. Yeah, Byakuya is another trap-based character. He uses these webs. And, well, I haven't explained what grid is because we haven't actually seen any of the game mechanics in this game. Because we're just doing combos. But, basically, they drain one of your vital resources in this game. Okay, here we go. This is one combo that trips a lot of people up. I will note, it actually pretty tricky. You can kind of cheat and do it in the corner, but not entirely. It's still kind of hard. Literally no Byakuya player does this, by the way. No Byakuya player in the universe would ever input this extra 5 feet in this combo. Yeah, also the proration's really weird. They could just kind of drop at the end for no reason. This is a really stupid one that can trick you up for basically no reason. We'll try and do it mid-screen again. Oops, no, well, we're going back to the corner. It does work in the corner. Oh, that was an excellent hey, we're not gonna read your diagonal input, so you didn't actually do quarter circle. Man, I feel bad getting stuck on this one, because this one was going so well in practice. My Byakuya segments were actually really good. This one can just randomly be problematic for no reason. It will never be as bad as my PB Byakuya segment, where it took me 30 minutes because I got stuck for 20 minutes, not even on this combo, like not even on a hard one, on easy one. But you can just all enjoy Byakuya's theme, I suppose. Okay, there we go. I actually used to mash that beginning part right there. But then I learned it's actually really easy. Oops. I don't know how that JA miss didn't happen. And now you basically get to learn that every single Byakuya combo looks exactly the same. Okay, this one can be a little weird with operation sometimes. Like, it can just give you no time to confirm it at the end. Yeah, they're getting sliced and diced and trapped in midair because Byakuya is a spider. I do not understand the proration on this combo, by the way. Sometimes it just literally does not work. I think the problem is actually that I'm doing it too well. That is the problem with some of these, where you don't pop them high enough on this. But no, it's just deciding to fail now, I guess. Byakuya's move names are actually like describing how he's going to eat you. So that's why he's slicing and dicing you. Okay, that was really excellent. Okay, I love how I'm getting dash 5B and not dash B. Oh my god, how am I getting dash 5B instead of dash B? That means I'm stopping my dash like a frame too early. Oh my god, this is like the worst Byakuya segment. Okay, we'll come back to that one. I knew we would get one on something stupid, but I didn't expect it to be that one. Okay, this one can be really awkward. Because it requires some pretty awkward timing on the start. Okay, how's this? You're supposed to let that whole thing hit and play out, but I'm not gonna do that. Because we don't need to. I'm playing on pad. I'm playing on the Xbox One controller. Oops. Yes, combo missions will demand that you miss to make way for timing for other things. Oh, oops. You need an optimal mid-screen one. Uni allows you to miss during combos like that, because that's how it works. I don't... Okay, that happened to me earlier today, and that's literally the first time I've ever missed a combo that way. And it's happened like 3 times in a row now. Okay, Byakuya has been like the bane of my existence apparently. I've never messed up this combo this way before. Before like this morning. I don't need, okay, I have no idea why this is failing actually. I don't know how I failed that either. Okay, this is like the weirdest thing I've ever encountered. Okay, screw it, we'll skip that one. We're getting onto, this one can also be potentially problematic, if that happens. Or if the game is weird and there's like no diagonal inputs for you. There we go. And now this last one is really easy. And we can just cheat and do that. We don't actually have to let it play out. I'll go and try and finish these. I don't know how I've had a disaster Byakuya segment like every single time. I guess we'll try it in the corner for no reason. Okay, I got this before somehow. Okay, if I just let the entire combo play out, apparently it's fine. Okay, there we go. There's all the Byakuya. 4x is done. Now we just have these. Okay, that was a complete disaster Byakuya segment. Alright, and I think this is the last Byakuya? Yes. Alright, there's Byakuya done. Now on to Mika, one of the other grapplers in the game, but a very atypical grappler as opposed to Waldstein. Mika's theme is also excellent, by the way. Mika does have some actually pretty neat combos, but a lot of them in this version are really samey. There's one that actually walled me for legitimately an hour at AGDQ, but I have new strats for it. I've gotten a lot better. Oh, oops. Luckily, Mika's her combo routes are not that interesting. Yeah, they have you end every single combo with her DP for some reason, pretty much, even though that's not what you would do if you were actually playing the game. You'd actually probably end with Missile just so you can get a hard knockdown. Oh yeah, by the way, if you heard that segment in the background, Mika's theme actually uses Pack-a-Bell's cannon, which is like my favorite part of it. That's actually what her arm cannons are called. Oops, I dashed too fast. Other than that, Mika, yeah, other than the last combo, Mika's routes are pretty simple. It's just, it's really awkward to switch between all the characters because they all have like different dash startup and like different jump startup. And timing in between normals, like it's just so awkward. So like I'll always mess the first few up. And then I'll start to get more comfortable with the character. Ooh, okay, how does that rip? Because like optimal corner and mid-screen B&Bs are pretty fun. So it can be kind of awkward if you're just busy playing every other character in the game, and somehow that's not coming out. Oh yeah, there's her command throw. You do not want to eat that because look at the damage. That was 4.2 mid-screen off of a combo that wasn't even that good. There we go. This one could be really awkward for no reason. I'm not entirely sure how to get this one consistent. There we go. There we go. And this one is the one that will be for legitimately an hour at AGDQ. But I can do it now. I kept canceling this DP too late. Is that too late? Yeah. This last cancel is actually really tight. I usually mash it, which I guess I could try. There we go, I mashed it that time. It's really awkward to mash because I have to like move my right hand over to the left trigger. There we go, that should be fast enough. Yeah. It just takes a really fast cancel. Oops. Oops. You have to give up. Oh yeah, if you haven't noticed with Mika, one of her gimmicks is that she's like one of the designated joke characters of the game, like obviously. Whenever she does a move, she actually like hurts herself or like falls down or something. She always does something silly like that. Alright, there's Mika done. That is halfway through the characters. As we move on to Akatsuki, who is actually a not original to this game. Akatsuki is a guest character for the game Akatsuki Blitzkampf, which is a pretty old fighting game like Subtle Style, released for PCs and the Sega Naomi arcade console. It's a pretty good game. It's like a really like simplistic footsies-based fighter. Akatsuki is big damage, by the way. But he's like slow, not very good mobility. Most of his combos are pretty simple. There's like only two in particular that could be slightly problematic. Oh yeah, we can also cheat. If a move only says its name like that, we only have to technically get one hit of it. So there's a lot of things that we can cut out later. Admittedly, I'm probably not as good with Akatsuki as the other characters for combo missions, just because I don't like playing Akatsuki that much, so I'm not as well versed with his combo missions. Here's one of them that can be problematic. Okay, that was pretty good. That last link can actually be really hard. Katsuki's theme is pretty good, by the way. It's a remix of the Katsuki Blitzcomp theme. Oh, he's also the first character we've seen that has an air throw, because his own game has air throws. Here's the other problematic one. This is actually an incredibly tight link. Yeah, he also has this specific parry. It's from his main game. He's actually really, really good in his main game. Like, if you thought his damage output in this game was crazy, his damage output in Akatsuki Blitzcomp is even crazier. There we go. Okay, I'm glad I did that, because I did the first dash a little short. Yeah, he's amazing in Blitzcomp. He just does everything right in that game. Okay, I don't know how I'm missing this. There we go. There we go. Okay, this one's kind of neat. There's like a really weird link that we do on it. I used to match this. I don't match that anymore. I just do it straight up. Oh yeah, Katsuki's DP is also weird because it's actually a down-down input, which is actually really good for him in some matchups. Whoa, thank you A Standard for the raid. That's it for Akatsuki. As we move on to Chaos. Chaos is the low-key, the Cinderella story of this run. Chaos used to be the most stupid, problematic character in the game for me, and I just learned how to do all this stuff. So he's way less stupid for me now. I used to be so terrible at these. Katsuki, not Akatsuki, Chaos attacks using his very large dog, Azi Dahaka. He's very cute. I like Azi. Oh, whoops. He has to be a little closer. Yeah, you probably shouldn't bring your pet dog, but I mean, Azi's cute. We'll let him along. Alright, now on the actual Chaos combos. Yeah, I used to be so awful at Chaos combos for some reason. Like, I think my Chaos segment in my PB was like 20 minutes or something. Whereas like a few weeks ago, not weeks ago, like last week during practice, I got a 5-minute KL segment. I actually got under 5 minutes. Because like everything went perfect. Yeah, I used to be so bad at doing that lane. But I understand a lot more about how it works now. Okay, I'm just being weird now. Technically, I guess we could pause buffer that, walk forward, but that one's not that hard. There is something later in the run, which is actually why I developed the pause buffer. That is insanely hard and involves our micro walk forward. Okay, for some reason, sometimes I randomly suck at that combo. Okay, I'm doing really bad at this one. Oops. I'm doing so awful at this one now. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm not possibly infinite. I love getting lulled on like the easiest chaos combo. This is like the last not trivially easy one left. I'm not even inputting the second one. Okay, there we go. All the chaos combos from now on are like trivially easy. And we can cheat, we don't have to get all the hits of anything. Alright, There's Chaos done. Now on to what people probably regard as the most technical and difficult character in the game, Batista. I might agree with him, but I don't think she's actually that bad. She's just awkward for a lot of characters, for a lot of people, because she's a charge character. Oops. I started to do that in the wrong order. Yeah, she's probably awkward for a lot of people just because she's a charge character. But she's actually not that bad. She's probably definitely more technical than most of the characters in this game. There's one combo in particular of hers that can be definitely problematic. Trying to do the easy routes here is like really hard because it's just different from the optimal route. Oops. So there's, I could show off an optional not chart provision. I could show off that too. I can show off an optional pog buffer, which is also amazingly a new game only strat. You can't do it if you have a finished save file of this. Okay, how am I missing this? What? Okay, that should have detonated. That does not bode well. Okay, yeah, this is really weird. A lot of these gem sets should be detonating immediately. They're definitely being timed right. Yeah, this is being really weird for some reason. It might be like a weird frame rate issue because my game is not running exactly at 60. So like some of those were definitely timed right. Yeah, that's so weird. That should be detonating. Okay, we'll just have to play extra hard mode for Batista. Okay, yeah, that's so weird. Okay, I'll show up a neat card partition here that I know how to do. Like that. It's actually one of the few combos that I switched to D-pad entirely for. Not because it's like not doable on analog, but I like to do silly things in this combo instead. There we go. Yeah, this is so awkward. Like, so these gems should be detonating. Because they're definitely being timed right. They're actually being timed, like, way later than I usually do. This is being really impossible because the gem detonates aren't working properly, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Also, I feel like this is way higher than usual. Okay, I think it's just a weird lag issue, and I just need to try and input everything like a few frames faster than usual. One of the other combos I use D-pad only for. Oh, oops. Here's another problematic one. This one could be a big issue. I used to be really good at this combo. I don't know what happened. Because I messed around with Batista for a short while playing her. This last gem detonate is actually really tight. Okay, I don't know how I didn't gem set the first time. Yeah, Batista's your complicated charge negative edge character. I did the wrong gem set. That was really awesome. Yeah, that's the worst part is when you get to the end you don't have enough time for the gem set. Because that happens a lot. This isn't even like the most problematic Batista combo either. This is so awkward having to adjust for lag, because I have to input everything like a frame earlier than usual. Like, okay, that gem detonation should definitely work. I don't know why that didn't. Okay, this is a disaster Batista segment. We'll come back to that one. That's a bad sign, because that link is hard. But we do need to do it later. Right here, in my opinion, was the hardest combo in the game. It involves some really tight, complicated links. Okay, here's where we can technically use a do game only strat. Because the switch to next combo button is up and down plus start, we can actually pause buffer up and down. And we couldn't normally do that if we had like a completed save file like on my main game. Okay, I don't even know what I was thinking right there. Okay. Oops. I input it too early. That last link to Infinite Worth is really hard. There's pretty much no visual indicator that you're supposed to do it. Oops. Well, I'll at least try and do this. And of course we get it perfectly. I actually switched to D-pad for that Infinite Worth input as well, just so I can make sure it doesn't miss a diagonal. Oops. I'm not entirely sure what I did wrong right there, but that was too early. Okay, there we go. I stuck with the analog stick straps. Okay, that was totally cheating, by the way, but it didn't work anyway. Oops, I wasn't fast enough. Once we get through Batista, though, we're pretty much home free. Like, this is the last, scary, complicated character. Alright, just one more actual Batista combo to do. Which is this stupid one. Okay, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, this is a pretty disastrous Batista, but that's kind of to be expected sometimes. I would have preferred to have a really nice Batista like I've had in my PV. Okay, that's all for Batista. Now we pretty much have pretty simple characters left on out. Here we have Gordo, kind of more of an archetypal zoner than Phonon is, but he actually has some rushdown tools. He's not exactly a character that I practice a lot, so I'm not used to a lot of these. Because he's a pretty simple character. There's a neat little input shortcut we're gonna do on one of those combos. Yes, this speedrun is me speedrunning through every single character combo mission. I'm very glad to have Batista done already. That was like a load off my shoulders. Because she was basically the last problematic character left. Oops. Okay, I don't know how that went. Okay, I would like to optimally not fail on Gordo. Fun fact, my unrecorded PB had a 13-minute Gordo segment. It was the only segment that I screwed up on. It would have been an amazing run if it wasn't for that. There's one, basically all that 13 minutes was on one specific combo. I hope it doesn't take that long for me. Considering the horrifically bad Byakuya segment we had. And Batista. The Batista one's pretty bad. Goto's theme is pretty good. It was this combo. This combo got me stuck for like 13 minutes. It can be, it's actually surprisingly tight. You need to hit this partial charge on like very specific timing to get it. Yeah, there's one little neat input shortcut we're gonna do at the end of Gordo's combos. because when the game doesn't specify how many hits here, you only need to get one, which means you can do funny stuff like this. Which is not, absolutely not what you would do if you were actually playing the game. And there's Gordo. Oh, oops. I forgot how slow it was. Ooh, that was like another really fast cancel. Alright, there's Gordo. Now we have another pretty simple character in Enkidu. He's another big punch man. He has a really good theme, by the way. Actually, like one of the main person that I played against when I was playing this game more actively, like during SD, was an Enkidu player. So I have a lot of experience against this character. Yeah, he can do funny stuff like that combo. Because apparently that's really fun to people at French bread. Well, actually, Enkidu should be a quick romp through. There's a few that are trickier than others. A lot of people get turned off because he has like some tricky delays. But there's ways to make them a lot easier. Like eventually you just learn how to time them. Enkidu's theme is really good though. It's kind of really different from a lot of the other music in this game. Okay, this one can be weird. Oops. Especially if you do that. Okay, I don't even know how that happened. It's another classic diagonal input eating moment. Oh yeah, Enkidu also has a parry like Akatsuki, but unlike Akatsuki, Enkidu sucks. His parry is awful. It got slightly buffed in the newest version though. This is always a tricky one, all the like crazy delays. If you're near the corner though, it's a lot easier. No, Enkidu doesn't suck, his parry does. After playing Yuzu for a while, like, everybody's parry just feels bad in comparison to hers, because hers is just so good. Okay, did we get it? Okay, yeah, we were close enough. In this version that I'm playing, Enkidu is definitely the worst character. But, like, ST is such a balanced game that, like, even Enkidu can still do well. In the newest version, Enkidu definitely did get a little bit of changes to help him. Okay, we're gonna be done with Enkidu now. But yeah, in clear, like, Enkidu's okay. Yeah, Enkidu definitely got a lot stronger in clear. They recognized that the man needed some help. His unique mechanic is like so cool though. I think Havoc is such a neat mechanic. So on to Wagner. I'm sure everybody's favorite character in this game. She's another really execution simple one. Her theme's really good. I do like her theme. Well, like, all the music in this game is so good. I, like, probably the only characters with, like, not very good themes is, like, Carmine, and that's it. Nase's theme is alright. It's just really different. I think the only character with a theme that's like not that enjoyable is just Carmine, basically. I like Walt's theme a lot, actually. Oh yeah, we can skip the other hits of her TP, which is a nice little input shortcut. I don't think a single person that plays Carmine actually likes bad service. It feels so weird going through Wagner comments again because, like, I never practiced this character for this route. Mostly because I also hate playing this character. Yeah, I think if I had to say overall my favorite theme is definitely Scraper Sky High, which is Hyde's theme. Byakuya's theme might be second. And then maybe Mika's theme actually. Mika's theme is really fantastic. And then I actually love Hilda's theme too. We're actually nearing the end of Wagner. They gave Wagner so many combos for her combo mission routes. And they're all like exactly the same. There we go. There's all the main Wagner combos. I wonder how much time could be actually shaved off if you didn't have to do any of the tactics missions. So now you have Aurier. I kind of hate this character too. This character at least, like, her combos are kind of fun to do. Even if they're, like, disappointingly easy. Her theme is also fantastic. Theme is also maybe one of my favorites in the game. I do think her animations look really nice to this. Oh, oops. I don't know how I was too late on that. Oh, oops. That's the wrong button. Oh, little cheat right here. Trying to do 2C into 2-2A set is really hard, even if you delay it. Luckily, we can cheat and add extra buttons, which makes it way easier. Because we can add 5C. I think Aurier is kind of weird though, because she's like the only character that names the game mechanics in game. Like she actually says change shift whenever she change shifts. And she says veil off whenever she veil off. I always thought that that was really odd. There's something neat I'm gonna try and do here to make this more consistent. Neat little micro dash. Not at all necessary to do that, but I like it. Actually, almost to the end of Aurier. Okay, good. I've been randomly failing that one in practice for no reason. This one has also been tricky for some reason. Okay, I'm happy I cleared that one. This one used to be the bane of my existence because if you do this really close, you can potentially side swap or not, and I have no idea what determines if you do it, but if you just walk away first, it's actually really easy. Well, it's easier. It's still like a really awkward link for some reason. Ori is another character that gave like a really weird amount of combos. I will note, unlike Wagner, they're like actually different. I keep pressing the wrong button. My hands are getting a little exhausted. Oops. If you try and buffer that CVO too early, you actually get the force function like that. It's always really annoying whenever it happens. Alright, one more Aurier combo. Oh yeah, if you're too close, that actually won't hit. Alright, there's all the Auriers. One done. I think we're on to Merkava? Yeah. We only have three more characters left to go. Another big puppy. I'm not even gonna try and explain all the lore of this game to you. Though I do recommend that you do play it, because it is a fantastic game. Even if you're intimidated by fighting games, this is a really good one for beginners. Even beyond that, it has a pretty good like visual novel story mode too. Like the actual story is pretty good. So Merkaba has a lot of extra hits on his moves, but we can skip a lot of them because we don't have to get them. Okay, I don't even know how that failed. I started actually doing the optimal version of these. We also have the uni community is really big too, and probably one of the nicest communities I've ever been a part of. By the way, Merkaba's theme is also amazing. It's like so different from everything else in the game, and I love it. I keep accidentally trying to do the optimal version of that. I was trying to do this version the whole time. Merkaba has a few problematic combos, by few I mean like 2. One of them is actually the reason why I invented pause buffering in the run at all. Which will be interesting when we get to it. It's actually the one combo in this game that makes me wonder, like, Komone, like, why did you put this in the game, please? Like, I did it without the pause buffering casually, and I don't even know how I did it. It took me, like, forever. This one's a little neat. This one can actually be a little tricky too. That one dash is a little tight. Okay, this one can be a little weird. So actually for Merkaba, during his force function and his grab, for his force function you're supposed to spin your stick around. And for his grab you're supposed to actually like flail the stick around and mash buttons, and it'll do more damage on both of them if you do that. I'm not going to be doing that. Well, you know what, I'll do it on the last one just for you guys. But I'm not doing it on the other one. Okay, here we go. Not this one, but we have this reversal button, and we're going to use it at the far edge of the screen next time, and that's one of the problematic combos. That one took me a long time. This one, you have to get a very tight dash at the start. Uh-oh, yeah, that was definitely too high. It requires a pretty meaningful delay on that. Okay, yeah, we weren't close enough, which means we didn't delay. Okay, that was close. You can also try and dash a little farther. It's okay, literally no Merkaba ever does this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we were close enough. So I believe it's not this one, but the next... No. 2 after this is the real mess of a combo. Oh yeah, also we can skip the rest of the hits of that. Yeah, because this one's fine. Okay. I'm gonna spin the stick for this one, just for you guys. This combo is actually why I invented pause buffering. Because we have this forward here, this is a 1 frame micro launch. And then 1 cancel into that. And we pause until we see this go blue. And then, oh, okay, somehow I buffered it wrong. Oh, okay, that was 2 hits. It does need to be exactly 1. Uh-oh, okay, yeah, that was 2. Okay, that should be good. Okay, there we go. So that one was like super terrible for me before. My old PP actually spent 30 minutes on this segment just because of that. I was originally trying to do it without the pause buffer, and I actually developed the pause buffer during that. And I refined it a little later. Okay, there's Merkava done. Now we just have 2 characters, Hilda. Hilda is the designated boss character of the game. She's a zoner and also not that she also excels at rushdown, like hard rushdown mix-up play, which is I would say it's an odd mix, but that's actually pretty much the best way to describe Rachel in BlazBlue as well. So. I actually like her theme. I think, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people actually don't like her theme, but I'm definitely one of those people that does like it. I'm trying to input that a really weird way, which is why I have to reset it a few times. Inputs with Hilda are really weird sometimes. Like, sometimes you'll just get, like, one of the pin releases after just doing nothing. Like that. Like, I didn't even release the button. And that. I'm more concerned about how ridiculous her dress looks. Oh yeah, that combo looks really cool, by the way. Oh, I should have let that play out. Okay, when we get to the last Infinite Words, I'll let that play out, because that's a really, like, infinite line in this game. Okay, this can be kind of tight, actually. Off of that specific starter, it can be pretty tight. Ooh, oops. Okay, I'm like having so much trouble with that for some reason. So here's why Hilda excels at restaurant play. She has an extremely threatening mix-up off of any knockdown using this. A lot of people despise this character in this game for that very reason. That, and she's a really tough to deal with zoner. My first 100 or so hours of playing this game was exclusively playing Waldstein versus Hilda against a really good Hilda. So, yeah, I've had enough of this character for a lifetime. Seriously, you can make like a laundry list of reasons why people hate this character. Okay, like how did that even happen? I don't understand. We're almost to the end of Hilda though. Which means we have one more character to go. Okay, this combo looks kinda cool. I will let the infinite work play out on this as well because it's a really infamous line from this game. Oops, that was way too late. Here we go. I just had to let that play out. These are actually all viable. The uni-combo missions are really good. Like, you could go into a match and use any of these and you'd be fine. That should be it for the holder. Alright, we're on the last character, who is another guest character. This is Eltnum from Undernight. You may know her as Scion, if you played that game. Or those games. She's very different from her Melty Blood appearance, but she has some of the same mechanics. Like, she retains her gunfire gameplay. Like, you can see she retains her Melty Blood super jump if she does up after hearing that. Oops. Oops. I mean, Hyde's hair is pretty ridiculous if you look at it. A lot of people think that Eltnum's one of the more technical characters in the game too, which I don't agree with. Oh, oops. I apparently forgot how to input Eltnum combos. I forgot how to press forward. Oh my god, I'm being terrible at helping today. Okay, this combo is actually kind of cool and I like it. I used to use this off of like every single button I could. It looks really complicated, but it's just super easy. That's the first and only time in the entire game they show you a confirm off of counter hit that's not mid-air. Yeah, I remember Senara doing that. Senara is the best Element player in the world, by the way, for people who don't know. Well, I encourage you to give the game a shot anyway. Also, Elnum, one of the only two characters with an air throw. Because she has a melty blood. Yeah, I miss Senara. Senara is so cool. Definitely one of my favorite players that isn't a Carmine player. Okay, we're approaching the end of Elton. Yeah, air grab is like the standard melty combo ender. Alright, time's approaching whenever we finish the tactics, which is soon. As in like a few seconds. Alright, this. We have reversal. We have this stupid reversal that I hate. We have anti-air. And then we should have projectile. And time. And that's it. That's 100% clear. There were some disastrous segments in there. Definitely, Byakuya went kind of terrible for some reason. Batista was bad. But from what I'm seeing on stream, my time was 2:27. Oh, wow. It was like a low 2:27? That means that was an actual PB. I had an unrecorded PB that I had for practice in this game. And it was like a high 2:27. So that was actually a really good run. That was a new PB. So I'm pretty satisfied. Now we're gonna go use all that money. Oh wait, how much money do you get for clearing exactly every combo? 416,500. Batista really isn't that hard. Yes, that was an hour and a half underestimate. The reason why the estimate is so long is because my PB was 4 hours when I submitted this. Yeah, Uniclear probably would have taken 4 hours. The combos in Uniclear are way harder. Here you go. I'll get you. Yeah, I got a lot better when I practiced this. Here, I'll buy my Carmine color. I'll buy my Carmine color. I'll buy, where is it? Wow, how did I miss it? I'll buy Notes' Carmine color, and we already have Spinaches. Yeah, there's so many combos in Uniclear, like, it would have taken forever. But yeah, that's all I have actually for this game. Like, I could show random crap, but I don't really have anything to show. I'm impressed. That was a really good PB, actually. Here, I can mess around in trading mode until we're ready to set up the next game, I guess. Okay, we'll use Notes' color, I guess. And we'll throw on, what's a good song? Mika's theme. I'm not gonna do the bathwater loop. I'll just do random stuff until we're ready to switch. I'm so sad this combo isn't optimal anymore. That combo's not optimal anymore, sadly. Yeah, wait, here, I'll give you guys a short other run in another category of this game that I run. We'll do an arcade mode run real quick. So I have the record times in arcade mode and time attack mode, which I know is a really hot contested category in this game, because this is the strategy. Yeah, we'll give you a bonus arcade mode run. It is actually slightly faster to just loop this. But you need some good luck. Yeah, I know, this requires a lot of tech skill. I have a really good clip on my stream of me running this category and getting to the very end to Hilda and getting Veil off in the middle of this loop, and then like, okay, I'll just go reset the loop, why not, go do it. And then I got infinite worth for it. And I lost like 20 seconds. If the AI's being problematic, you can do this loop instead. But this is slightly faster than doing the 2-button loop. Well, the AI is probably, I think it's on like normal. On very hard, it's like actually harder. Oops. This is actually a pretty good run so far. Oops, okay. Why not? That'll kill. I expected to get like underestimate for every run. I didn't expect to get to like time my actual PB pretty much. This is my favorite stage, by the way. The like cherry blossoms around the school. Oops. Don't get grabbed by Mika, by the way. Yeah, you can see the amazing amount of technical skill arcade mode runs take. I only did it because I really love this game. Which is why you should run every game that you run. I also accidentally found the fastest character because I used to play Wald, and I actually played Wald when I first did an arcade mode run. Sadly, Carmine is not very fast, otherwise I would play Carmine. Just in case you're wondering, this is what every fighting game arcade mode run looks like. It's mostly just like praying that you get good luck. Like now, where I'm getting horrible luck. Yeah, I guess arcade mode Carmine would be pretty good at that. I'd be more scared if he wasn't the fastest character for that run. Okay, that was actually like perfect luck on the second round. Yuzu is busted for score attack. If you want a score attack run, you play Yuzu. Okay, Yuzu gave us bad luck. That's pretty usual in my runs. I should go look up like my actual splits. Oh, Seth is also really good for score attack runs. Because Seth is just like farm perfects all the time. Or are we on to the final stage?
ファーストクローズディバイドシャツが攻めんねお嬢逃げ行くわセカンドクローズディバイド逃げない差しなすはめなさい差しなすれなさいこういうのが
I tried to assault forward. Alright, well, there's arcade mode. There's your extra bonus for having such a good run in all missions. And we get this wonderful ending screen. And yeah, we also get the credits. We'll let the credits play. Oh, shout out to Kamone, by the way, for directing this game. Kamone does an amazing job. I'm always excited to see where the future of Undernight takes us. I'm still amazed that I PB'd in that run, because I had some really disastrous segments. I guess my Gordo was really just that bad in my other PB. The credit scene is great. Yeah, shouts to Kamone for making Batista. Why is Batista? In arcade mode, what characters you get, I believe, no, they're not set. Some of them are. And thank you for playing from Undernight In. Arcade has some set characters, but not all of them.
Game over.
Yeah, there's the great game over screen. We gained 3600 IP for that. We do have counter moves. It's called Blitz in Guilty Gear Xrd. Here, we'll close out with the opening, the wonderful opening. Don't worry, I DM'd one of the mods. I expected my run to come in underestimate, but not that much underestimate. But then again, in a marathon like this, sometimes you're like, oops, I just PB'd by an hour. By the way, this intro is amazing. Yeah, it's pretty much 100% reused assets. But like, it's so good. The song is amazing. Unknown Actors is such a good song.
Undernight In.
All the intros are really good. I love the complete nonsense text. That's how you know it's a real French bread game. Yeah, most of the illustrations in the intro are like French bread did for other events. Like, I think some of them are the birthday illustrations. And then I know there's some of them use the character select ones. Oh, you get to watch the amazing, the amazing attract mode players. They're so good. Please try and find a filler run, because I have Mystery Tournament Top 8 to commentate in a few hours, and I haven't gone to bed since I commentated the last part of Top 8 yesterday. The only other thing I could do is time attack, which is 5 minutes. Just like arcade mode. I love the amazing attract mode players. I wonder if it's just like AI. I'm not doing tutorial any %. It's so boring. Unknown Actors is amazing. Well, I'm waiting until people find a filler run to throw in. As soon as that happens, I will go to bed. This is always the wonderful time slot I get for marathons. Actually, I got a really good time slot for Calathon now that I realize it. I'm just gonna run through all the intros until we find something. Yeah, you should put a transition screen so I can go to bed. But thank you everybody for having me, by the way. This was a really fun run to do. I'm happy that I got such an amazing time.